Hello people, back with another video. It appears that Tommy Sotomayor, the black man who constantly talks about how he wants there to be a race war, and has stated that if there was a race war he would go against his own race, as in black people. He'd want to kill them. He also stated that he gave us specific instructions to white people that if they see a group of black people who they view as suspicious, to get out their guns and shoot them dead. He's always saying these kind of things. He's a very angry man. He doesn't like black people very much, from what I hear and from what he says. He has a sad, bitter hatred towards them. He hates black women worse, though, apparently. He made this video here where he's talking about recently there was a white supremacist who went to New York from Baltimore to stab a black man to death. He was out there, he wanted to kill more black people, but he picked on an elderly black man who was homeless. Now, what seemed very ironic is this white racist, white supremacist who had a hatred for black people was a fan of Tommy's message. So he'd been liking all of Tommy's videos. He was a subscriber to Tommy, and the last few videos he liked is the ones talking about black violence, you know, where Tommy, he puts out these videos trying to make racists feel good for being racist. In other words, what he does, his whole shtick is to give justification for people to hate black people, and his little niche is being a black person who does it, and that's the thing. That's how he makes his money. Whatever. Well, anyway, it seems he used to be preaching about name one person that's been killed because of anything I've had anything to do with or anything I've said. Well, yeah, here we have it. White supremacist fan of Tommy's has gone out and murdered a black person. Now, considering Tommy's the one that tells white people to go out there and kill people, and considering Tommy is the one that put out the video telling his fans to put his videos on white supremacist websites because he wanted them to watch his material. Now, the only reason I'd imagine he wanted them to watch his material, from what I saw, is because he was giving them instructions to go and harm black people, and giving them instructions or just letting them know that you have every right to hate black people because he does as well. So what seems strange to me watching this video is instead of Tommy denying this, his argument was, well, he also was fans of other people as well, and no one is flagging down their stuff. You know how Tommy, when he talks about black women, and if a black woman says, well, it's not just black women that do it, then he'll go into, so what? You know, he'll use that, so what if other races of people do it, you know. He'll make fun of black women for pointing out that he's incorrect in his assertions that only black people do a certain thing. Well, this is, Tommy does the same thing. That he accuses others of. If he does something wrong, the first thing he'll do is he'll try and tattletale. Oh, other people are doing it, why don't you do it to them? Now, he gave he showed some videos of other YouTubers who the white supremacist was also a fan of. One was some bodybuilding thing, and he was trying to use some strange argument that because the white supremacist was a fan of some fitness guru or whatever, that perhaps why isn't anyone accusing the fitness guru of having anything to do with a white supremacist going to New York to stab to death a black man because he was fed up of black men in general and black men mixing with white women. Now, I don't see the correlation between that, but Tommy, I don't think Tommy even does. I think Tommy is just one of those people, he just lashes out and he doesn't actually think about what he's talking about. The fact is, Tommy, I suppose he's watching this, he always does anyway. Tommy, all the list of other people that you said that he followed, one thing they weren't doing is telling white people to go out and kill black people en masse. As far as I'm aware, you're the only YouTuber that I've seen that does this. And considering the amount of complaints people have made against you for the material you provide, now that a man has been murdered due to, well, obviously due to your rhetoric, because the guy was your supporter, he was a fan of yours, and he loved everything you said, apparently. So it seems that you've complicit in a murder. We could just say you're complicit in a murder. That's what it looks like to me. And YouTube or Google, whatever, they should be held liable from the family of that man, because you have had so many complaints against your material, and YouTube sat back and did nothing. You broke every terms and conditions, and YouTube sat down and did nothing until recently, when it affected them financially. So you have something to do with this, and the family of that man, they should probably try and sue YouTube, because the fact is, you've been sitting on there with hate speech encouraging people to be murdered, and one of your fans has gone out and murdered someone. So I suppose there should be some sort of civil suit. Something should happen in regards to you for what you've done. The material's all out there, your videos telling people to be murdered. So something needs to happen about you, the rest of your channels, and just removing you from YouTube, full stop. You shouldn't even be able to post another video. Now, another funny thing that struck me was, this shows how much of an idiot you are. You said you had a problem, your bone of contention, considering this man went out and murdered an innocent black man. You weren't even, you tried your best to be respectful towards the terrorist. Because you have a thing about not speaking against white men. You sometimes say stuff about white women, but you make sure you keep your mouth shut about white men. So you were very respectful towards the white man that murdered the innocent black man. But you seem to have some sort of angst against the black man's family. You said that they have no right to want the white man to face the death penalty for murdering their son or their father or whatever, because apparently he was homeless. So you're saying that they're not allowed to want justice because he wouldn't be homeless if they'd allowed him to live with them. Now that's got nothing to do with nothing. I'm here in the UK and I saw someone, there's a man there, he went out and murdered someone for no reason, okay? Now, he travelled to go out and murder someone, and he wanted to murder more people. I think he should get the death penalty. Are you saying that he has to come and live in my house before I have the right to demand that someone should face justice for murdering an innocent man? No, I'm sure, well, most normal people don't think like that. And I don't think that you do a lot of thinking when you make your videos, because you come across as very stupid, very infantile. And the word logic, you shouldn't even get to use that word. You overuse it, and your logic is always flawed. But luckily you have a bunch of idiots, because all your fans are stupid. I don't care if they like it, they can come here and say what they want. They're stupid, because there's no way on earth anyone can listen to you talk for anything more than a minute or two about any situation, listen to all the flaws in your argument, listen to just the crap that comes out your mouth, and then put you on a pedestal and say, yes, logic, you are the truth. You're an idiot. That's why I don't even want to go into it anyway. It's just so ridiculous. But yes, people, it seems Tommy, his rhetoric has cost a black man his life. So something needs to be done about Tommy, and maybe someone should try and contact the family of that man and let them know that, hey, you know what, this individual that has pretty much given instructions to this man to go out and murder black people, we've been trying to get Tommy off of YouTube to stop his hateful, evil, racist rhetoric, his murderous rhetoric, and YouTube, Google, they did nothing about it, and now your family members been murdered, and now he's sitting there on his little throne with wrestling belts around, talking about how you guys have no right to justice because he wasn't living in your house at the time. Now, say if this homeless guy was living with them, and he happened to go out to get a newspaper and then got murdered, Would you say because they hadn't chained him in the house and he had the access to the free world and got murdered that it was their fault? No, because Tommy, you only do victim blaming if the victim is black.
Hate you niggas. I really wish that white people would come and wipe these motherfuckers out. I pray for the day that white folks come wipe niggas out. I pray to God white folks keep killing you niggas. I pray to God white folks keep killing you niggas. I'm gonna say it a third time. I pray to God white folks keep killing you niggas. I pray to God they just wipe you fuckers out. Oh, not all black people are bad. You came out the hood, you right. I still hope they fuck all of you up.